Do you feel as though you hold, the number one spot in your area?
I feel like I'm me regardless. Number one is opinion. You feel me?
Right.
I am the reason for us being where we are. Yeah, along with others, but for the most part, I was the reason for where we are. Number one is opinionated. You can't say you like Kobe better than LeBron better than Kobe. I mean, I know what I am. So I don't have to say that. They know what I am. When I walk around here, it's love. Pictures.
You for a long time, and this the end of that wrong sign, and they know my slogan when it's go time. So it's showtime. On everything, you a fraud, Rex, imposter, king of lion, Mufasa. When I pop up on this corner, woo! 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 You a fraud, yeah? He a strange type of chicken. Kung Pao. If grind time was Mortal Kombat, he'd be Striker. The cop getting his ass uppercut, spun round, and hung loud. All that rowdy shit turned to none sounds when I come round. If gunpowder hit his stomach compound, won't shit work from your lungs down. You dumb clown, he tongue down the bitches I thumb down. He got that grind time fun sound. Six Flags Fun Town. Bird Beach Plum sound. I got that violent slum sound. 3 more you grind time niggas to go. 1 down.
Happy holidays. God is good. I got slim, my pockets fat. Me and being broke had to part ways. Youngest, let me tell you, a woman's beauty is all a phase. Fuck her 50 times, then you bored. Pussy is all the same. OG out here now, cause I'm corner made. Grew up around all the gangs. Grew up around all the dope.
BYC.
Hey yo, it's your man Biz Billa, aka you never heard nor seen Rilla. And you know how it's going down when it's BYC bringing you classics in the building. And right now, we got a series we like to bring to you called How Many Classics. And if you don't understand that, well, let's break it down a little bit more. AL Biz, what's the deal? How many? How many? How many? How many? Hold up. How many classics?
BYC.
How many classics? How many classics? 'Cause we bringing you classics.
Bringing you classics.
Yes, we are. We are bringing you classics, and we've got another classic series we would like to debut here today. And it goes by the title of How Many Classics? What? I think y'all picked up on that by now. But once again, I go by the name of Biz Billa. You can call me Biz for short. I represent bringing you classic entertainment. And what we're doing today, like I said before, is bringing you a new series called How Many Classics, where we dissect classic battles from some of the dopest artists in the culture. But we focus in on one in particular for each episode. And I figure what better way to start this series off than to highlight an MC that has been putting it down for a long time for his region, for the culture. He's known as a top tier all over, definitely a Mount Rushmore nominee, you know what I mean? Is not much more I can say. He's definitely a legend. He's been putting it down in both eras, and he's got one of the biggest battles of the year coming up very soon on RBE. That man goes by the name of Von Doom, Aye Verb, Captain Marketable. You should be startled, oh. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break down Aye Verb's resume. Not all the battles, obviously, but we want to specifically talk about his classic matchups, what he was able to do in them, and just celebrate the classic moments. We're going to tally up how many classics does Aye Verb have. So let's talk about it, you know? So firstly, I had to set up some ground rules for it because you didn't want to just throw any battle in there. Sometimes there are good performances that have good replay value, but it's not necessarily a classic. So what we're going to do here is break down what we think are Aye Verb's top classic battles. And I'll go ahead and break down the rules right now so you guys can see how I formulated this list. So basically, let's go ahead and start off with the first rule. I think everybody knows this one. A classic battle that is widely regarded as such. I think we all know what makes a classic battle good back and forth, or just a dominant performance from one artist. It has to be widely regarded. If not, just by me, then by the battle rap community, most would agree as a classic or debate that it's a classic. That's definitely the first rule we had to set. Now, if it's not a classic back and forth battle, it has to at least be a classic performance. You know, in instances where the opponent is lackluster, the MC must provide rounds that give the battle replay value, Now also, with that said, in instances where the MC arguably lost a classic battle, they must have had a performance that makes the battle debatable. And I guess the best example of that would be, you know, Aye Verb and Rex. We'll get to that later on in the show. But that's basically the ground rules for how we're going to set this up. We're hoping to do many more of these episodes of this series. So we're going to start it off here with Verb. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the honorable mentions. Verb definitely, I think he has close to 40-50 battles over his career. And he leaves it all out there, man. And I'll go ahead and leave the 3 honorable mentions we have on this list today. The first one I'm going to say Marv 1, borderline classic on Grind Time, great battle, versus Diz on Battle of the Bay 6 on King of the Dot, another good battle. And some that people have recently been saying may be a classic, I'm going to say B Dot versus Verb at World Dom 7. Those are all good honorable mentions, but just on the borderline of being classic, so I left those off. And we're going to go ahead and start this off right. Let's go ahead and get into it. How many classics?
BYC.
Now, in making this list, the first 2 matches I went back and forth on for a bit, but this one, I think pretty much all of us can agree this was a pretty classic matchup. Still a highly debatable match to this day. You know, one thing that's not debatable is it's a damn good battle, you know. And I'm talking about Verb versus Goods, you know. Most hold the stumble in his second against Verb, you know what I mean? But this is how I see it, man. If you deduct points for Verb having a brief stumble, you know what I mean? If you want to hold it against him for having a brief stumble and slipping up on some words and, you know, the crowd got on him, then I'm definitely taking points off for the epic reaches that Goods had throughout his rounds, you know. But nonetheless, this was a classic back and forth. These guys have been going at it for a long time before the battle went down, so a lot of people were anticipating this matchup. Both came out and did what they do, and I felt like it was a classic battle. I think it's debatable, you know. Goods put on a show without a doubt. You know, outside of the reaches, he definitely put on the show. And Aye Verb did what he does, provided one of the more fire punches of that time that Av can appreciate.
To beat Verb, 1, you gotta out-rap me. 2, the crowd gotta hate me. Anything else, I'm sending souls flying. These people paid to hear bars, my nigga. Laugh and joke on your own time. Nigga, you just a swag fest. I'm a stab fest. Bloody gloves, the whole 9, who torture shit. And guess who's starring in my new horror flick? So it's I ride up on this nigga while he chilling on the weekend, creeping, seat back, iron low, like I'm anemic. I'm a wet while he chilling on the weekend, creeping, seat back, iron low, like I'm anemic. I'ma wet everybody out here. Cannonball off the deep end, extensions. Nina, let me put my bitch weave in. One chance.
Yes, indeed. So as we move on to the next classic, I want to say that this is a slept-on, underrated win against a veteran. People take for granted that some of these dudes that you line up against Verb, you know, they known for being killers, but he made him look pretty basic in this battle. I'm talking about Verb versus Swave 7 on Guerrilla Warfare. I mean, strong showings in each round, talking dirty to the homie OG. I think this is one of Verb's better performances against a Harlem MC, and we'll discuss that more later on. But this is the battle where where Good said Verb was looking like a 24 karat nigga or something like that. He had the gold jacket on, but hey, he was shining. Even when he took that jacket off, he had the glow in this battle, and it was definitely a great performance from Aye Verb against Sway 7 out in the shy for sure. Now let's move on to probably the one battle that you think of when you say the name Aye Verb, okay? The only battle that did not take place in the modern era of venues and contracts, it was on the spot, and it was Vintage Verb. He defended his STL crown proudly in the streets of New York with slick talk, skin-piercing insults, and major wordplay. Let's see what we talking about.
Listen, man.
Hold up. No.
We got it.
Let's go.
I say, look, fuck it, camera roll. I say, that's the best you can do, nigga. Knowing you ain't strong as me, you was better off paying 2 stacks doing a song with me. I want this nigga dead, aneurysm, heart attack. Time to serve this rapping ass nigga since he ordered that. I've been hot since slick jeans and starter caps. I've been up off that porch and back way before he thought to rap. Pyro this nigga. I will torch this cat till his corpse is black. If rap was wrestling, I'd be The Rock. Putting some no-name nigga in the leg lock. Boston Crab, torture rack. Of course he's whack, it's a fact, it's not arguable. Look at me labels, I'm hot and marketable. But back to you, round 2, this clown through. I should whack the nigga that found you. I'm allergic to fake shit, nigga. And I've been itching ever since I've been round you. Thunder guy, my strut make the ground move. Be tough, get be down, fool, to a tree be bound to. When napalm bomb stuck where his bowels move. Ow, ooh, this nigga cocky, huh? Who gave him the chip? He fugazi a wimp. Spend 1 week in county and be Kool-Aid in his lips. He couldn't chill with them killers or lie with them shotguns. He be getting his fruit up cooking and ironing boxers. De Niro high chain cigars. I'm trained cigar with blades and saws. This ain't scary. You can't compare the movie Blade to Saw. Hey, yo, look. I fuck with this nigga Mook. I read him like a card, yo. You welcome in St. Louis, but you gotta follow our laws though. Versus you don't know nobody, keep a small combo and lose some of this goddamn swag. That'll get your jaw broke. Don't ride a whip that flash, you get your car yoked. Don't bring no bitch that's bad, you get your broad grope. Y'all be on that razor $150 leaving a scar though. We barbecue weenie y'all partners, get your dog smoked. This nigga all joke. Come because he rapped a while. Me, I'm starving. And when you hungry, you can't crack a smile. I checked his background, who riding for you? Check mine in the loop. I done bitch slap niggas liver than you, huh? Now watch how I wet that ass. Ring him out, hang him up. If your gorilla spend 1 day with us, trapped in a cage with us, they come back tamed as fuck, dangerous as chained up pups. I let that thing go buck till my wrist sprained and my finger cut. Y'all hostile crowd don't mean a thing to us. It ain't strange if I hit that angel dust, get my anger up, turn juggernaut, his frame get crushed. Shots point blank range, bang, he fucked his soul flying, I'm still firing. Even his guardian angels duck.
Ironically, this is the one battle that probably woke the world up to Verb. One of his biggest opponents to date was also a witness that night. And I'm talking about Aye Verb versus SB. If you haven't caught on already, we have to celebrate these moments because although I don't know all the history behind this matchup, I'm pretty confident the prep was very minimal. In settings like this, you know, you prep bars for whoever, you come out ready to kill, especially when you're out of town and you're trying to stamp your name. So this is like one of Verb's vintage moments, one of his most classic tongue lashes that he's thrown out there. Definitely a classic performance in the short 3 rounds against SB in the streets of New York City. Now next up, this is the performance that solidified his name throughout battle rap.
I owe this battle to St. Louis. Yeah. All the shit these streets done for me. The support from the bitches, the hoods, the niggas who bust guns for me. Everybody know Verb is no motherfucking joke, but this shit is fun to me. I'm like Mike Tyson at 21. Everybody know I'ma fuck him up and send him home early, but it's still exciting to come and see. Now I feel like how y'all feel. Hollow the Don, yeah, he a bum to me. His performance is, boy for boy, he 2 steps under me. Lyrically, I'm a windstorm. I make the best MCs look like tumbleweeds. So me versus the niggas y'all wanna see, it won't happen. I come at them, they run from me. So I only can kill what rap niggas get in front of me. I say I run these streets hollow. I say I run these streets hollow. Believe it or not, I get in the queue, they toss tips. Now watch how his breathing stop. His main bitch, she faster than a cheetah hop. She sucked the juice out of nigga, treat the D just like a freezer pop. We don't wanna hear them tales how you bleed the block and make your heater pop. Your cheese about thick as a cheese that you wouldn't squeeze on a squeeze it. Stop. Number two in the murder rate. These East Coast niggas just don't read a lot. I can get your cap twisted faster than turning the 2-liter top. This nigga's such a bitch ass nigga, we can't tell if he's sweet or not. I show up with 2 hammers on me even if we agree to box. Now try that math off and shit. Swing, I'ma weave the shot, then these niggas give you that same treatment that Jesus got.
Against the polished Hollow the Dawn in St. Louis, this was nothing short of a classic. This was Aye Verb in rare form. This was Bruce Bowen or Ron Artest shutting down the toughest matchup on defense in a playoff game. 2 legends locking horns in a small room setting. No gas. Perfect place for a classic. And you know, Hollow attempted to win the crowd over with plenty of St. Louis, Missouri references and wordplay, but the hometown hero stepped up to the plate in his backyard and he was definitely killing shit for sure. Now in this next matchup, one of Verb's many battles with his Midwest compadres, this one was against a man who was heavy in battle rap throughout his time on the microphone, and I'm talking about Midwest Miles.
West turn, East Coast ain't running this sport. Niggas talk game but never lace their Jordans and come to the court. I was posed to battle Rex. Last sec, he abort. I was supposed to run into Charlie Clips. But I guess Charlie Clips call her Charlie Horse. I done proved this year I can make any and every crowd wild. No more 40-yard dash-ass battles. It's time to run miles. We a Tyler Perry movie. I'm a Wes Craven story. Your bar's boring. My shit bone-breaking, gory. Off this battle shit alone, they compare me to the great Shorty. The difference between me and Jay-Z, he ashamed of his age. But Aye Verb be embracing that 40. I hit his hood Highland Park, standing. How about the Camry? Banging 2 cannons. The sparks from them look like I'm waving 2 Roman candles. I wait 7 months, let the beat breathe and come back round. Let off more rounds and leave shells all on the ground like it's New Year's Eve. Jeez, I'm Don Juan's first cousin. Ike Turner's offspring. I meet his bitch, set her out to all our rappers and ball teams, then throw on every corner in St. Louis like she Walgreens. I got a short fuse for you guppy niggas living by shark rules. Till y'all get netted and harpoon. Y'all ride with him in that hearse. Carpool. Carpool. He ain't shit, I'm large stew. You rehearsing Chuck E. Cheese. I write bars blindfolded in dark rooms. You steak and lobster these little dick gobblers. I feed a bitch dog food. Trip in the streets with Verb, you get shot. With no regards, fool. Trip in the club with Verb, you get shot. And then bar stool. Your granddaddy was a sucker. Your pops was a Mark II. Genetics get passed down. So when it's time for you to have a boy, nigga, you gonna have a simp son like Marge do.
In this matchup, his flow was polished, the bars were structured well, and the wittiness was there all throughout. Definitely a performance that I feel gets neglected on Verb's resume, probably because people don't realize how heavy in the game Young Miles was at that time, man, coming off the Lux battle and a lot of other big battles. But like I said, well-rounded rounds put together all throughout this battle in an early URL era classic. Definitely a good one to watch. And if you want to talk about good battles to watch, this next one, man, another early URL classic. I remember waiting for this battle to drop part by part. My longtime battle heads remember what it was like watching round by round, just waiting for the release. And going into the release, I wondered how he would fare against a smack URL veteran in his neck of the woods. And I can't say nothing less than Verb handled biz.
I gotta turn URL to Mortal Kombat 6, cause y'all playing flag football. St. Louis, we on that contact shit. Before a battle, math be in the mirror, making sure his eye contact's fit. You a fucking fun boy I'm scared to make eye contact with. Boys, your squad niggas nice, hollow, and con, that's it. Prob, yeah, I bomb that fist and palm that fist. You better calm that shit. Heard about where you from, math. Y'all produce the kind that snitch. I show up on this block like Hussein. This a dom that bitch. Killer piranha in the ocean. Yeah, I'm that fish. I'm nice hard. This as deep as y'all water get. I can swim through math with anchors on my ankles, no lifeguard. I can make your life hard. You write light bars. I write like ours. Strike pause. When you battled Solomon, you was getting killed. You had to play the white card. You battled Rex, you was getting killed. You said he was a mic fraud. I wasn't gonna even take you. Niggas don't take you serious. Ill said do it. I said you right, dog. I'm gonna put all your little stripes under my wing. Yeah. Use your little record like right guard. Acting like your team is sick. Dog, your team ain't shit. I got one question for every member in your team, your clique. Cortez, how long will it take your Mexican ass to make a 99-cent bag of Dorito chips? Man, when the last time you gripped a machine gun or seen a brick? Let me ask your manager, you fat motherfucker, when the last time you seen your dick? Hey, I'm what you call it. Hold on, I'm what you call it. Quiet down. I'm what you call the boss. My dogs, I don't call them off. Tell them let hollows off. Introduce Brooklyn to the Holocaust. Instructions. Kill anything moving and you haul them off. You cotton soft. Your slick game is average. They nickname me NASA the way I let them rockets off. No, I bring the bitch out y'all toughest nigga. He a sucker nigga. Main nigga that a sucker nigga. He'll sit in a man lap and let him run his fingers up your backside, you little puppet nigga. Man, fuck this nigga.
A lot of personal insults exchanged between the two in this battle. An uncountable number of gay jokes. I mean, just witty wordplay and name flips throughout. But Verb proved he can hang with the big boys on the URL stage in this battle, man. Classic second verse. It was back and forth throughout. But I personally feel Verb slams the door shut in that third with a strong finish, you know what I mean? And especially when Math closes out what I felt was poorly with a bad Biggie impression. I mean, that really didn't age well as I sit back and watch it now. But no matter how you feel about the result of this battle, it's a classic, man. Definitely a dope battle between Math Hoffa and Aye Verb. Now, let's keep it in Brooklyn. Now, in this battle, we witnessed Verb in rare form once again. This was Bron when he was taking the Cavs to the chip with Larry Hughes and Mo Williams. And what I mean when I say that is, it's his most slept on feat, his most slept on accomplishment. Competing with a veteran and making his highlights just look prehistoric and outdated. Verb's highlights displayed greatness, and he had left you with memories of haymakers that definitely outlasted his opponent's work in this battle. Wouldn't you agree?
Bitch, this ain't something I would have liked to do. I don't even get no stripes from you. I body you, I don't even face lights. The judge gon' judge it like so. It's expected. Look at Verb's resume. He a killer. He kills shit just like he licensed to. Let's go, Verb. Nigga, I had to pretend you took one of my partner's life or two for me to even get hyped to write for you. So with that being said, since you've been waiting to see this movie since 09, fuck the preview. Let's let the beat through in 3D too. So it's showtime! We all know who got the better flow. This ain't a question marker. Who gon' win or you never know? The answer is never. No, you not on my pedestal. It's a 5-year-old trying to pedestal. Let him know. Lyrically, I'm a handful. Example. I travel. Hollow, math too. And what's worse is you can't 40-yard dash with them niggas that I done ran through. You hear that growl in him? And how that crowd feel him? Now you face to face with the king. See why that crowd feel him? Nah. Turn up, Verb, I ride up. CTS, me and a couple sopranos. You and your cats and your flannel. Bitch and packs with your family. I let that window half down like, yo, what's happening, manano? My Spanish all fucked up, but he ain't catching this asshole out that window that baby using. Black and they scramble, click a clack out of ammo. U-turn. I got a double back like a camel. How about the call?
his battle with Tez, Verb proved why he's damn near untouchable on that St. Louis stage, man. Another slept-on win for Verb against Brooklyn's own Cortez, where he was undeniably fire all throughout. And this is one thing I took away from his battle is that first round, man. I just wrote this on Twitter maybe like 2-3 days ago. Like, for you aspiring battle rappers who want to know how to get the crowd on your side early on in the battle, you want to win the crowd over and build up that momentum, watch this first round from Verb versus Cortez. So many memorable bars in this battle, it amazes me that it has such views at the time of this recording. But links will be below to prove my points and get these classics revisited. Great win for Verb against Cortez. Great battle. Now this next matchup is the closest borderline classic on this list, and that's only because it's a one-rounder. But I feel O-Red versus Aye Verb at URL's trip to Detroit, known as Motor City Mayhem, was definitely a classic in my humble opinion. A short sample size of material, 4 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock to be more specific, but very effective against a formidable opponent. Verb displayed a nice balance of performance, style, name flips, humor, and punches throughout this battle. What makes this a classic to me today is all of those factors coupled in with the fact that this was against Dreadhead Red, who was translating and can blazing. You know, he was on one at this time. And what I also liked in this battle, he also paid homage to Shaolin Island's own Method Man with the How High Get 'em. This signature move has been adopted by current battle MC Young X. He's perfected that now, but we may have to give Verb his just due for the fact that he may have been the first one to spawn that roasting session, Get 'em. So, you know, salute the Verb for that. Now, I won't correct those who feel that one-rounders can't be considered classic. I have no argument for that, but I will note that this matchup is sitting at well over 500,000 views, and a classic might be the only way to describe this effort from Captain and Marketable. So check that battle out, and I want y'all to let me know if y'all feel like Aye Verb versus O-Red is a classic. Okay, now take what I said about Verb against his last Jersey opponent and stretch those attributes out for 3 rounds. Another classic performance, personally one of my top 3 favorite Aye Verb battles, and it was against the rebel they call Arse.
He about to see all bars.
Let's go.
Like we said, an alcoholic's phone contact list. They call me captain, I don't like to lose. He the type like the few. My attitude was poppin', let's get it poppin', nigga, like the fuse. Smack sent me how he wanted you dead, alright? But I ain't like them rules. So let's revise a little. First round, lighter fluid, ignite the food. Second round, ice his wounds, unzip, in-bomb, re-stitch. Third round, decapitate this bitch. What, bitch, you slip and bump your little head? Nah. He knew he was gonna need some help, so what you run the O-Red? A nigga I already killed, so what you summons the dead? Surf do whole shit sometimes, cause fame go to his head. You do, most of the time. Like when you gotta go to the feds. You get locked down, you'll lube up. I get locked, I'm making rules up. One shake, made from a toothbrush. Taking niggas fruit cups, I'm too much. This a new pup. First the werewolf from underworld when the moon up. Kaboom, bump. First a balloon bust, he get tuned up. Beef, I'm in your hood, tooled up. Fixing any problem that I see. This a tune up. Or shoot out a verb, you get a buzz. Or shoot out a verb, you get a buzz. Crew cut, meeting me won't work out. That bitch, Zumba, your girlfriend, she through, bro. Your girlfriend, she through, bro. Lady Arsenal, you can't doll that bitch up. She man looking, you got to groom her. Bazooka, Rochelle's the same. Bazooka, Rochelle's the same side as a tumor. I goon up and be behind niggas' backs like a rumor. We are not the same, so how dare you confuse us? You live here? Nigga, you'll be getting punked by a poo bus. If I live there, through y'all roughest boondocks, I'll moonwalk. A monster, jeepers, creepers, terrorizing every kid on that school bus. And prove what? There's killers in my fam, I'm kidding. I can prove it. If they riding, I'm rolling down forward like I'm throwing a Hadouken. Stupid. Street Fighter, Ken, rolling down forward, throwing a Hadouken. Nigga, you just be lyrically waving a pistol. Nigga, I'm shooting. Okay, let's quit, Ars. I'm getting pissed off. This is lift off versus clip fall. You got kid bars. Chris Cross, I got boss talk. Rick Ross, this is the NFL kickoff versus the MILF League. Kickball, this is NBA versus Dick Mars. This is Chris Ball versus clip ball. Two bad guys. This is Jason versus Jigsaw. A nigga that be like, yeah, baby, I'll buy you anything you want. Versus bitch, no, I'm quick raw. I'm quick draw McGraw. I take out, I withdraw. You shoot at me, I'm seeing red. I let it ring back like I'm returning a fucking missed call. After my next round, they gonna be like, yeah, we missed us. He was ill till they brought him to a vet like a sick dog.
The wordplay, flow, metaphor, and direct nature of each line makes this a top performance for sure. Especially when you're battling a man who's inspired just off the ability to say fuck you on another nigga's stage. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal was aggressive every round, but Verb matched it consistently with bars and had the crowd in his pocket the first 2 rounds deservedly. Now in the third, it was more aggression from Arsenal, but it becomes a classic preference round when Aye Verb talks to the lifestyle of the Jersey MC. Now, rounds like this and another third we'll discuss shortly have birthed a tactic that has been summoned and used by the likes of many legends like Charlie Clips, Loaded Lux, Daylight, and others. And that tactic is the real talk angle. We'll dive into that more in a second, but nonetheless, classic battle, great effort from 2 top tier battlers, and it's nothing short of a classic. Now in this next battle, I feel this is an underrated classic. It was a gentleman's rumble with bars, lyricism, respect, and it was an all-out duel. A duel in the desert to be more exact. Danny the Bar God Myers versus Verb is a battle to be seen. Now, the fact that these two showed gratitude and reacted to each other's bars not only shows great sportsmanship, but shows credit being given when it's due. And the crowd was just non-biased. It was just a very good battle that I think people don't give enough credit to. You know what I mean? It's a classic back and forth. You gotta love this battle for Daylight's reaction to Verb's ball alone, man. It was just a great showing.
Hey, yo. Yo, I'm up. Hey, yo. Every time I give one of you niggas a shot, I always hear this lame shit. Verb ain't never seen nothing like shut up, sucker, I synced it all, and all you niggas do the same shit. Y'all get in front of me, rap y'all fucking heart out, but not hard enough to change shit. Cause it ain't about bars, you meaty head motherfucker. It's how you say shit. 2-minute rounds, they ain't booked me for a long time. Fuck the preview, let's let that beef brew. In 3D too. So it's okay, let's get into that verb shit, that wordsmith, this gift that I was cursed with, that flip a bird shit, ride up, reverse it, shirts get rang out, that's a purchase, do a nigga greasy for that chicken, that's churches, long range shooter.
Now, we get to the battle that arguably etched Verb's face into Battle Rap's Mount Rushmore. This is prime Verb. I've used plenty of basketball references in this particular episode, so bear with me. But nonetheless, this is MJ before the first retirement. Jumping out the gym, making memories of veterans who stood in front of him. In this epic classic, we witnessed 2 legends from the same turf fight for the right to say that they came out victorious on their own St. Louis stomping grounds. If my metaphors have not revealed this classic battle to you, maybe this will.
You such a fraud, aren't you? A nigga swung on me when I had a cast on. My foot was just broke. But when twins swung on you, you just broke. It wasn't a broken bone on you. Truthfully, everybody knew that it was nothing that you can do with it. The test was, could I kill you beautifully and leave her without a bruise on me? You ain't moving me. Bitch, get worried. My last round was your obituary. This one is your eulogy. You a snake in the grass, holler. But how you gonna hide in that grass once I remove the weed and everyone can view and see? You might not get it now, but at the end of this round, you'll see. Real quick, if we were slaves and had a New York slave master, and the master came and said, now which one of you country niggas wanna be my new house nigga? Here, kneel quick. I get to picking my cotton, I'm on that field shit. I'm driving St. Louis to success, you made the wheel shift. I'm trying to destroy these New York niggas, they trying to build shit. Right! I knew one day this was gonna be a match I had to deal with. I blame me. I should have stopped you before you got started, like a kill switch. You made fun of Arsenal for driving that school bus to feed his people? That ain't real shit. But you riding with all these kids like you on a motherfucking field trip. Work and put a drill bit in every nigga that you chill with. And I throw a steel fist. You never will, bitch. We never saw, we just heard you a swinger. Nigga, you Will Smith. If this was menace to society, you know who the fuck that we are? I be OG Wax, Hill, O-Dog. This nigga came like, look, man, I'm just trying to do my thing. I ain't dissing no East Coast niggas, all right? Nigga, get the fuck out the car. See, to y'all, he may appear cool. I know him, so I don't feel dude. Your character similar as a flea market, holler. Ain't nothing real in you. You make me mad. Cause you use this hood act like it's a fad. Throw up your red rag and sag and say, oh, my mama behind everything. But you got everything a nigga who come from nothing never had. You got a mama and a dad. You're privileged, but you're too ignorant to admit it. Holla, 75% of black fathers don't even visit. I've been in your crib many times. That shit roses and bubbles. I watched your mama hug you, but your father doesn't love you. But your father doesn't love you. But your father doesn't love you because he let you be a sucker. When a father loves his son and the son means the world to the father, son get to going down that road, you grab him up by that collar like, listen, your name's Gerald. Let's chill with all this holler. You an athlete with no rap sheet. You ain't never clip rounds or bust a zip down. Ho, sit down. You ain't never been in the dope house when the dope fiends smoke up. See that thick cloud, smell that aroma, and almost throw up. You ain't never had to hustle. You ain't never had to hustle. Get a pack and swear it came from the border. That shit don't lock up. You hit the block up and still get it off to the snorters. See, I worked all my life so that life you never would see. So when you claim you from the hood, that's disrespectful to me. I married your mama as a chess move. I ain't want to see you getting stepped to by some step dude. Yes, fool, I kept you in the best shoes, put you in the best schools. Stop telling people that the mob is your crew. Cause when the mob fuck niggas up, them niggas that they fuck up, they only know you. So niggas stop getting on camera saying you popping them guns. Hey, Big Gerald.
Yes, sir.
That's the way you talk to your son.
Versus Aye Verb. Top 3 matchup in battle rap history. One of the greatest grudge matches to ever take place. One of the greatest rounds ever put together. As I alluded to earlier when describing Verb's third against Arsenal, This final round against Hitman birthed a wave of MCs attempting to break down an aspect of their opponent's life and, as they say, talk to him. You know, it's been effective for other artists, but this was man. I mean, he talked to his soul. Aye Verb spoke to the soul of a veteran with not too many blemishes. That's Hitman Holla. And you can see that he wanted to leave no doubts about who was the king of STL. And I think we got to celebrate moments like this. I said this earlier, man. We got to celebrate moments like this, man. Sitting at over close to 4 million views. I mean, this is battle rap. This is what we watch the battle for. This is what we cop the pay-per-views for. We hope to see moments like this where both MCs are going back and forth and they just leave us with countless memories that we can relive over the years. So gotta salute both MCs, but this is prime Aye Verb. This was Verb in his bag, and it's just a classic. It's no other way to put it, man. It's no other way to put it. So with that said, I think we have tallied 11 legitimate classic battles that Aye Verb has on his resume for sure. We had 3 honorable mentions, and we're also going to get into a few other battles in 1 second, but it's very hard to put together that many battles where you can say, yo, this dude was flawless, this dude came with great material, 3 rounds. Whether he won, whether you felt he lost, the fact that you can say this is a classic 11 different times and still have many more that you can also mention as honorable mentions or borderline classics, I think that says a lot about the MC and the lyrical wordsmith that Aye Verb is. And I just want to take this time to salute him and everything that he's done in the game. We're really looking forward to what he has coming up. Now, we just talked about some of his greatest battles, but I want to take a little subgenre and drop it down to some of his classic battles against Harlem battle MCs. Now, we discussed that he got a good win over Swave, but there's 3 matchups in particular that we have to talk about. Now, firstly, we all remember the classic against Rex. He lost, but respect is due for how he fought through a tough, relentless New York crowd that night, man. I mean, Diddy's in the building, he's putting the bread on the line, and Rex was in his Birkin bag, man. He was snapping, and all those things going against you, the New York crowd, you gotta give Verb credit for finishing it. I know he complained and tried to get smacked to calm the crowd down, but to be able to not stumble much, to finish your rounds when the crowd is just totally against you and get crowd reaction from the same crowd that was booing you a couple seconds ago, something has to be said about that. It's clearly a classic battle. Clearly he provided a strong enough first for Puffy to feel it was a battle worth rewarding the winner with some cash. So it's obvious that Verb did his thing in this battle. He came up on the short end, but we gotta salute Verb for his effort against T-Rex. Now, the other 2 battles, let's go ahead and put them together because he was outclassed by these battlers, respectively, by an ascending Charlie Clips at the OG Summer Madness at Webster Hall. I mean, Clips wasn't going to lose to many people that night, and that's nothing against Aye Verb. Clips was just in rare form that night. And also, he took the loss to a prime version of K-Shine, who was stepping to his own as the NWX movement began to take off at Night of Main Events 5, Known 5. I mean, I highlight those classic battles to say, what will he do against the alpha dog from Uptown, Murda Mook? As we have displayed in this first installment of How Many Classics, it is apparent that Verb at any given moment can give you so many different ways to win a battle, whether it be humor, performance, bars, reality rap where he's just talking to you. Like when you sit and think about this matchup, don't get too lost and caught up in the fact. We know that Murda Mook is a legend. He's a Mount Rushmore member. We know that. We know that about Mook. But the purpose of this episode was to wake you people up that, yo, Verb is not here to play. Like, this is going to be one of his biggest opportunities on the battle stage. And although he has had some battles that are arguably losses recently, some would say against Pastay, and he lost the judge battle against Jims, we understand that. But when you look at his resume, he proves that at any given time, when two MCs of this caliber clash for the world to see, Verb can put on a classic at any given moment. Maybe he needs to be inspired. I mean, if you look at the list of the MCs that I've listed for what battles I felt were a classic from Verb, all of them were formidable opponents. None of them were whack. You know, understand what I'm saying? And that's what I learned about Verb through watching some of these battles. I'm not saying he writes down to his competition, but if he doesn't respect your pen or look at you as a threat to him on that stage, I don't think he's as inspired as he will be. I'm willing to put money on that he will be inspired for this Mook battle. I mean, he better be. This is the biggest battle to date, the one that he's been chasing, and I hope he gets Lux after this if he's able to beat Mook. You understand what I'm saying? How many classics? This is the first run of how many classics? We will revisit many battle rappers' resume, dissecting battles as we ask, how many classics? Stay tuned for BYC Radio coming soon to y'all, man. This has been Biz Billa, your boy, and you ain't never heard nobody realer. And you know how it go, man. Peace and love. One love.